Hi, my name is Heather Hooper, and I'm a fifth grade teacher in Central Indiana, and welcome back to my channel. Let's go through a day in my life. That I use to get memes and different questions for kids to answer in the morning, but it looks like it's having a hard time loading today. There it goes. And so they have a secondary and a primary, or through K, or K through 5. So I use that one. They have like funny memes that you can use, which is what I do. They have questions that you can use, a way to greet your students at the door. And then I do a quick connect with my kids. And they could do a check-in. There's a mindfulness, positivity, quotes. There's a video. So there's so much from this website. So every morning I get that on my board. So let's do that. Going, I write down my agenda board. I just kind of make sure that I am ready for the day. We do a vocabulary word a week, and it is our week. And our fifth graders, or my class, chose advocate. It's one of our vocabulary words that we had recently. And we had just studied about Martin Luther King Jr. So that is the word that we've chosen. I'm gonna make sure I have everything ready for that to do on announcements today. I need to do my answer key for my math test because for some reason I don't have that. And just some papers and stuff to put away and just make sure that my slides are ready to go. When I do slides, I literally, I spend a lot of time on them, but as I do, each year is less and less, depending on if I do something new, which I do a lot, and I just save it so that I can start to pick and choose what I do with each class because they're all different. So like, you know, I have all their directions. I have the different, we do some Shirley jingles to help them remember parts of speech and how to find those. So we will go through those today. We will also practice finding parts of speech in a sentence. We used to classify, but when we are writing, I want them to be able to know how to add adjectives or prepositional phrases and stuff like that. So we do the very basic parts of speech through Shirley, which is a very old program. We do a daily reading skill, and that's from Teaching with a Mountain View. We are working on text structure, and so we have read about disgusting animals. Now we're learning about sharks and looking at the text structure, picking out words that show us the text structure, the text evidence, all of those things. So I don't know why. There it goes. All right. And then I always have, you know, when it's their work time, what they will be working on. We also do OG here. So I have all my slides for OG, which is a phonics / language program. And so we will go through all of that. Right now, we are reviewing and going over the VAL teams. So because it's not something that our school was doing consistently, a lot of our kids are behind in reading, and this has really helped with reading stamina and oral reading comprehension, that type things. So we will go through those, and then let's see what else. Those are kind of long because it has all of the cards. Then we will do vocabulary, and in vocabulary we are doing the Frere model, just coming up with examples and non-examples and synonyms and antonyms and the characteristics and stuff like that, using them in sentences. And then we are reading Shiloh, so we will read that today. After that, we have social studies, and I am way behind in social studies. We are just now on Explorers. It's been a mess. Social studies and science, I do the best I can. And then I do a math minute. First, we do 10 minutes of math facts, and in that 10 minutes, I call kids up. They meet with me at least once a week, some kids twice a week. We're not doing that today because we have a test, but we also do a math minute every day. That's an old book that I had, and it's really good about reviewing, but it's also really good about introducing skills that we haven't taught yet. So it just kind of prepares them for what we're getting ready to get into. So we will go over those answers. They do that for morning work. Then we'll take our test. And then we have MTSS. It's kind of like our intervention type time. So we'll have that. And then in science, we're talking about like all things water. In this case, we will be learning about deserts this week and why they're so dry. And then it is the end of our day.
A sentence is complete when 5 simple rules it meets. Has a subject, and a verb names a place, a noun names a person, place, or thing, and sometimes an idea. Person, place, thing, idea. Haven't you heard there are 2 kinds of verbs? The action verb and the linking verb. The adjective or another adverb. An adverb asks how, when, where, modifies a noun or a pronoun. An adjective asks what kind, which one, how many. See how much you remember? All right. The spotted toad hopped quickly. What hopped quickly? Toad. Subject noun. What is being said about toad? Toad hopped. Verb. Hopped how? Quickly. Adverb. What kind of toad? Spotted. Adjective. The article adjective. Period, statement, declarative sentence. Not today. Not today. Today you need to write your final draft of your essay. So if you've been keeping up with the way that you're supposed to, because I've not been checking you, you should have revised your whole essay yesterday. And today it is time to write it in your best handwriting. It is time to make sure that you did your capital letters, your end marks, make sure you didn't leave out words. But you should be copying it, but make sure you're putting in your corrections that you did. Yes. No. If you want to, I'm okay with that. All right, so today on Wednesdays, Inference Wednesday on our daily reading. And so we have a picture here. It looks like they're obviously very young children, right? They're not in school, but they look like they're doing some school stuff or coloring maybe. Especially if you look at the color
Now I
picture.
see it, it's colored.
Yeah, yeah.
They're in a different country.
They're in a different climate, okay? So that could make that be the same too, okay? Layla?
The two younger girls are siblings, are twins.
They do look, I don't think they're twins, but they do look definitely like siblings. Traven, give me one more.
I think the mother was mad at one of them.
Okay, could it be a babysitter? A nanny?
I saw
That's
it.
what I
That
thought.
was
She
like one of
was
the
really
sisters
young.
too.
But she does look younger, but she does kind of look like them too, so it could be their mother, okay? Maybe she's just blessed with young genes, like Mrs. Super. All right, it's warm in the house because there's a fan in the background, and you guys got that. At least you had noticed that. Claire, put your chair down, please. And number 2, the girls are sisters. We came up with that. All right, read the paragraph below and infer the answer to the question. So this is titled Adventures. Baby Bennett snuggled into his father's lap. Do you think that? So that's your text evidence. Jace.
I think they're in Africa because they said a herd of giraffe and an eagle.
Right, and that's where you would see a herd of giraffes, right? It's almost like they're on a safari, okay? They're on a trip specifically for that.
They're gonna go see more animals because the title says adventures and that's
Oh, good. She noticed that there was an S, which means multiple. That's a good one. I called on you. What's in the text? What's your evidence to support that?
Because giraffes are usually prey to lions and stuff.
Okay, so maybe they have down. Obviously, we can have all kinds of different answers. Bennett will either perk up and enjoy the rest, because remember, he was kind of scared. So maybe now. Joe, for that.
better than like groups of 3 or
I will do 3. We typically do better with groups of 3. All right. Claire, Trey, make sure you're proud of your work. Make sure that it can be read. Take a lick. But when supper's over and I go off to the bathroom to brush my teeth, I peek back through the doorway and Dad's over by Shiloh's box, letting him lick his plate clean. Dad crouches there a minute or two, scratching all down Shiloh's back and up again. What I'm figuring, see, is by the time Shiloh's better, everybody will love him so much that they just can't let him go, even Dad. I'm hoping Dad can't make very much with cans. I try to think about what other kind of work I can do that would pay me more. But except for delivering the county paper on Friday afternoons, nothing else comes to mind. As in bird.
magic each other.
At the end of a one syllable word after one short vowel, it's spelled TCH.
Yeah, I
Share.
Nope, I need you to focus, or I'm gonna have you guys step out today. Okay? And we already did that a couple times.
R as in car.
Very good. So it can be R or Yep, no, it's a short vowel pointer. What's the sound? All right, so it is the end of the day. We had a fairly good day. We had some extra kids during OG, and so that kind of threw things off, and I had to get a little bit stern during that time. But so you saw most of my morning. The only thing that you really didn't see was, doing some vocabulary and social studies. Then in math, we just did a test, and then in science, we were talking about deserts. So during MTSS, what I typically do is I have specific kids that I'm working on that are pretty far behind in different skills. And so a quick way, and I've shown this before, but I thought I'd show it again. I'm not as organized as usual, so that's embarrassing. But right here, I buy these containers at Target, and what I do is I just put them, I use popsicle sticks, and I write on what it's for. So like this says multiplication of decimals,
And so then all my cards that have to deal with multiplying decimals are put behind here. And so like I will add these. We've been using these, so that's why they're out. But I put the answers on the back as well. So I can call kids up at the table. They can do it. They can turn it over, check, and I can work quickly with multiple kids on different skills. So I have some still doing subtraction. I have some reviewing, let's see, place value and stuff that they're really struggling with. And going back with multiplying and dividing. I've been pulling some small groups just because it's been so long. So my kids who really struggle with math, I will do that. I also do have, because I'm so unorganized, I do have a section here that I am building right here. This one is, these two are math. These are reading and writing ELA ones that I'm working on building. So I like to use those in my small group because as a 5th grade teacher, like it's really hard to do small groups quickly. Text is so much longer. It's so much harder to read. And so that's a way that I can at least quickly talk about skills. If I'm not doing task cards like that over specific skills, then a lot of times I'm going over their work with them in groups of people who I need to talk to. So it's kind of how I run my small groups. MTSS is a little bit more structured and taken from assessments and stuff like that. But if I'm just pulling kids to work on things, sometimes it's going over their work and making them explain how they got their answers and just holding them accountable because they're not held accountable enough. So that's how I do the MTSS, and I did not get any of that on camera today. So I am going to go through my slides, make sure that I am ready for tomorrow, get my copies out. I'm getting a student teacher soon, so I'm going to print some things out that I printed to update the binder that I give them. Just something that I'd purchased off Teachers Pay Teachers. And so it's pretty organized. There's not as much in it yet, but I'll put a cover sheet with his name on it. And then there's these little tabs of the different things about our classroom. I'll give him a calendar, the school calendar, schedules, all those things, information about the kids. So yeah, I have been working on that as well. So that is all I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed what I did get of my day in my life of teaching. So it wasn't everything, but there was quite a bit in there. So hopefully you got something from this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe and share it with somebody else. Help me build this channel just so that we can build a community of sharing ideas. Like I want so many ideas so that I can vary the way that I teach. Really looking for great picture book ideas and activities to go with that, because sometimes that's kind of hard to find at 5th grade. I hope you guys have a great day, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.